When I won the lottery, I went home and let my husband call me pathetic one last time. We were standing in our kitchen after I had asked him for $20 to buy groceries. $20? He actually laughed in my face while pulling out his wallet to show me the stack of money inside. You're like a homeless person begging for change, except at least they work for their money by standing outside all day. He pulled out a $5 bill and threw it on the floor. There's your grocery money. You better make that stretch because that's all you're getting this week. I bent down to pick up the bill while he filmed me with his phone. This is going to my mom so I can show her what a pathetic leech you are, he said. Maybe if you crawl for it like the dog you are, I'll give you another 5. I stayed on my knees, looking up at him holding his phone and his wallet full of money. Come on. Just one little bark and you can feed yourself this week, he said, dangling another bill above my head. The thing about financial abuse is that it doesn't start all at once. 7 years ago when we got married, we shared everything equally, and both our names were on every account. 3 years into our marriage, he got laid off from his tech job and couldn't find work for 3 entire years. I paid our rent, his car payment, his insurance, everything while he played video games all day and told me he was networking online. I never said a word because I loved him, and that's what you do for someone you love. When he finally got a new job that paid triple what he used to make, he convinced me we didn't need 2 incomes anymore. You've been working so hard supporting us, he said sweetly. Let me take care of you now. Within 2 months of me quitting, he'd removed my name from the bank accounts, which he claimed was for tax purposes. He started giving me an allowance and made me submit receipts for every purchase I made. He started calling me a gold digger if I bought anything for myself, even necessities. But that morning I had found $2 hidden in my coat pocket and bought a scratch-off ticket at the gas station just to feel like I had some control over something. When I scratched off that ticket in my car and saw I'd won $5 million, I sat there for an hour just staring at it and planning my next move. Get up off the floor. You're embarrassing yourself, he said, kicking the $5 bill toward me. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind about giving you any money at all. He picked up the bill and ripped it in half, then in quarters, then threw the pieces at my face. There's your dinner. Enjoy eating paper. He walked to the refrigerator and pulled out the steak he'd brought home for himself last night. Watch this, he said, taking a huge bite in front of me. This is what people who actually contribute to society get to eat while parasites like you get nothing. I stood up and brushed the torn money off my shirt. You want to know something funny? I asked, reaching into my pocket. What's funny is that you think I'd waste my time listening to you, he said with his mouth full of steak. No, what's funny is that this morning I won the lottery, I said, pulling out the ticket and holding it up. His face went white before turning red. That's my money too because we're married, he screamed, lunging for the ticket. I stepped back toward the door. Actually, my lawyer says lottery winnings claimed during separation proceedings aren't marital property in this state. His mouth fell open. What separation proceedings? I smiled for the first time in years. The ones I filed this morning after I scratched off this ticket because I knew you'd try to take it all. He dropped to his knees, the same way he'd forced me to kneel moments before. Baby, please, we can work this out, he begged, actual tears forming in his eyes. I didn't mean any of those things I said. I love you. He crawled toward me on his hands and knees. No, I said, walking out the door. You love controlling me, but that's over now. The last sound I heard was him screaming my name as I drove away.